From San Diego, California, it's an AFC clash between the Cleveland Browns and the San Diego Chargers. Both teams coming off disappointing losses. Who will bounce back and avoid a 1-3 start? Hi, everyone. Welcome to Week 4 of the NFL on CBS with Steve Tasker and Steve Beuerlein. I'm Andrew Catalon. Scott Kaplan will join us in just a moment. Well, since 1990, teams starting 1-3 have only gone on to make the playoffs 14% of the time. And while neither one of these teams called today a must-win, there is an added sense of urgency. And Steve Tasker, for San Diego, they've just been decimated by injuries, especially on the offensive line, where today they'll be missing 3 starters.
It got so bad in Minnesota last week, they really thought they were seconds away from putting a tight end in at right tackle, but they feel good about the 5 guys they have in there if they can keep all of those 5 guys healthy through this game. Now, that all puts more on the plate of Phillip Rivers. Now, he's always taken a great deal of ownership in this offense, but it's going to be up to him to manage the new people in front of him as well as distribute the football to his playmakers against this Browns defense.
Meanwhile, for Cleveland, a big surprise today. Cornerback Joe Hayden was listed as probable with a rib injury and a finger injury. He is inactive today, and Steve Beuerlein, we met with Joe Hayden last night. No indication that this was coming.
No, we knew that Joe Hayden was uncomfortable. That finger was causing a lot of problems, obviously, but we had no idea that not playing was even an option, and that just puts another question mark around a defense that's already very suspect, especially when you look at their history against the run so far this year. Worst in the NFL, a lot of problems there, but now you add to the fact that Joe Hayden's not going to be on the field. That gives Phillip Rivers an awful lot of opportunities to exploit this defense this week.
From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida, the Dolphins try to make it 2 in a row as they take on the winless Jets. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast booth. He's the Hall of Famer, James Lofton. I'm Andrew Catalon. Sherry Burris will join us coming up. It's been a tumultuous start to the season for the Jets, and the pressure continues to increase on the shoulders of head coach Adam Gase. Him and the Jets desperately need a win today, James.
Yeah, he certainly does. When you look at what has happened to the Jets this past week, all those guys in the building will say, I don't listen to talk radio, I don't watch television, I don't see the newspaper. Well, with the blindfold and the earplugs, they still know what has happened this past week. Adam Gase, things are closing in on him, and he's had many one-on-one meetings with players, staff meetings, and probably meetings with the owner.
So they cut Le'Veon Bell, and Sam Darnold remains out with a shoulder injury. It's Joe Flacco starting at quarterback today.
Yeah, and I kind of love what Joe Flacco talked to us about. In his 13th year, he said, I'm not going to panic. I want to have fun, because this does not last forever. And when you get late in your career, you realize how precious each and every game is.
That sounds a bit like the other quarterback in this game, Ryan Fitzpatrick, still getting it done at the age of 37.
Yeah, he had a terrific game last week, 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, a game that kind of wards off the first-round pick a little bit. So for Ryan Fitzpatrick, that beard is still working its magic.
The former Jet quarterback will try to hand New York its 6th consecutive loss to open up the season. Kickoff is coming up, Week 6 of the NFL on CBS.
The NFL Today on CBS is powered by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
And welcome back to the NFL Today. And now Amazon takes you out to the sights and sounds of the game between the Steelers and the Falcons. Let's send it out to Atlanta with our announcers, Andrew Catalon and James Lofton.
JB, thank you. Today, the terrible towels are in Atlanta. TJ Watt and the Steelers look to win back-to-back games for the first time this year. They'll try to slow down Cordero Patterson as the Falcons continue their playoff push. And hi, everyone. Welcome to Week 13 of the NFL on CBS. Alongside the Hall of Famer James Lofton, I'm Andrew Catalon.
The NFL Today on CBS is powered by Ram Trucks, America's best light-duty pickup for new vehicle quality.
And welcome back to the NFL Today. And now Amazon takes you out to the sights and sounds of the game between the Bears and the Saints. Let's get you out to New Orleans with our announcers, Andrew Catalon, Tiki Barber, Matt Ryan, and A.J. Ross.
JB, Caesars Superdome will be rocking today. The Saints are tied for first in the NFC South, looking to stay atop the division against Bears rookie QB Tyson Bagent, who's making his third consecutive start. Hi, everyone. Alongside Matt Ryan and Tiki Barber, I'm Andrew Catalon. We'll hear from A.J. Ross coming up. Saints head coach Dennis Allen told us his offense is starting to gel. 3 straight games with over 400 yards. First time they've done that in 5 years. Tiki, what's working so well for them?
Well, they have a lot of talent on the offensive side of the ball, and I think Derek Carr is starting to get comfortable. And it helps when you have, I call, cheat code players, and the Saints have a couple of them, Rashid Shaheed and Taysom Hill. But here's Rashid Shaheed. This is a 3rd and 13 against Indy. No conservative? No, let's just throw a go route. He releases inside, gets back outside the numbers, and Derek Carr puts this exactly where it needed to be. It helped in a one-possession game, and then Taysom Hill just run some QB power. You pull the guard, you let him be the athlete that he is, and he does it in different ways as well. Down on the goal line, you bring in a big jumbo package. They call it a big package, and he just goes and he powers his way into the end zone. When you have that much versatility, it's so easy to play better offensively.
Derek Carr, 3 straight 300-yard passing days.
Yes, he has been great throwing the football, but there's been some fits and starts. In the red zone, he's one of the worst passers in the National Football League. His completion percentage at 40.5%. That's going to have to improve for them to continue this hot streak.
One of the big focal points in practice this week, getting off to a better start defensively.
Yeah, they have to. They have to limit the explosives that they give up in the first half. 54 points and 676 yards in the first halves of the last 3 games. They're playing well. They're top 10, but they got to play better early on in games.
Justin Fields out once again today with the thumb injury. Tyson Bagent has gone 1-1 since taking over for Fields. What have you seen from the rookie?
I think anytime you're playing a young guy, you're looking for certain qualities, what they can do out on the field. And to me, it's about throwing the football deep. He does it first play of the game last week, connects. After that, it's about moving outside of the pocket. He can do this well, move to his left, be accurate on the run. And then the middle of the field, can you throw the crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, and can you handle pressure in your face? But probably the thing I've liked most so far is his ability to progress. He gets to number 4 in the progression right here and trusts his running back to get the first down. He feels like he belongs, and these kind of plays showcase it, but he's going to need help. Deontay Foreman is the guy to do it. We talked to Luke Getsy on Saturday, and he mentioned he's got to get Deontay Foreman some more touches because he's been productive. And the Saints defense has not been great against the run. But finally, this Chicago defense has struggled, and particularly against the pass. They've given up 17 touchdown passes, which is the 2nd most, and they've recorded only 10 sacks, which is the fewest in the NFL. When you do that, you've got to make moves, and they went out and had a splash on Tuesday getting Montez Sweat.
AJ, it's been a crazy few days for Sweat, but he's ready to go.
It has been a whirlwind for Montez Sweat, who was acquired by the Bears at the trade deadline on Tuesday, and he signed a $98 million extension just yesterday. We were at the team hotel as he signed on that dotted line. He joked with us, he's still learning everyone's names, but his is a name that commands attention from O-lines across the league with his 6.5 sacks on the season. The Bears rank last in sacks and quarterback pressures, so Sweat can make an immediate impact, and he says he takes a lot of pride in helping to turn this Bears defense around, and he's looking forward to showing a return on their investment beginning today. Andrew.
Thank you, AJ. The Saints have won the last 7 meetings against the Bears. Kickoff is coming up. You're watching the NFL on CBS. November day in Philadelphia. Week 9 of the NFL continues. The Eagles break out the Kelly green uniforms, looking for their 4th straight win as they host the Jaguars. And hi, everyone. Alongside Jason McCourty and Tiki Barber, I'm Andrew Catalon. We'll hear from A.J. Ross coming up. Well, through 2 months, the Eagles could not ask for much more from Saquon Barkley. He's 2nd in the NFL in rushing, and the offense has scored 65 points in the last 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. He's exactly what the Eagles needed to come together. You see them playing at a different attitude with him in the game. He's tied for the league lead in 50-plus yard runs. He's been dynamic, and even though he doesn't have a C on his chest, he is one of the leaders in that locker room.
And on the other side of the ball, the Jaguars offensively, they have to try to keep up. Trevor Lawrence completion percentage, you can see that up there, but they're also averaging 28 points per game over the last 4 weeks. They're going to have to score points to keep up with this Philadelphia Eagles offense that has been explosive.
And Doug Peterson is back for the 2nd time after leading this team to a Super Bowl back in 2017. For some reason, he's never seen his statue.
Still.
We're going to see it right now. I mean, maybe Doug should go check it out. Peterson's return to Philly. There it is. Kickoff coming up next on CBS.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Moments away from kickoff in Philadelphia, where the temperature is 57 degrees. It's only the 3rd time the Eagles have played in Philadelphia so far this year. And the fans will see the Eagles get the football first because Jacksonville won the toss and they have elected to defer. Cam Little will kick it away for Jacksonville. And back deep for the Eagles, Kenneth Gainwell and Will Shipley. Good crowd on hand, and we're underway. Week 9 of the NFL on CBS, and this will be a touchback. And now we check in with the 4th member of our team, A.J. Ross.
Andrew, this is a Jags team that has come close, but not close enough, and they're looking to make a turnaround today without 3 key offensive pieces. Wideout Christian Kirk, he's out for the season with a broken collarbone. They're also going to be without wideout Gabe Davis and their left guard Ezra Cleveland. Doug Peterson told us it's going to take a fast start and limiting turnovers to really go up against this Eagles defense that has kicked it up a notch since their bye week. They are limiting opponents to just 214 total yards and 12 points per game, plus they racked up 14 sacks in the last 3 weeks, guys.
All 3 of those tops in the NFL over the last 3 games. Eagles offense on the field first. Hurts over the middle, incomplete, looking for A.J. Brown. There is the future for the Tennessee Titans. The #1 overall pick in the draft, Cam Ward, will start tonight as Tennessee welcomes Minnesota. And hi, everyone. Alongside Jason McCourty and Charles Davis, I'm Andrew Catalon. A.J. Ross will join us coming up. We are so excited to kick off the 66th season of the NFL on CBS. And let's get right to it. Charles, we'll start with you. You've announced the first 2 Titans preseason games. You've spent all summer with Cam Ward. What are your takeaways so far?